Alright, welcome back to my Halloween marathon. This here is day number 14 of 31, and for today, I want to highlight a little known arcade that had a very popular home port, Ghouls and Ghosts. But not the version we all knew. This one here is the arcade version. Why this one? Because like its predecessor, this was a very rare arcade, at least where I grew up. My first experience playing this game was actually on the Genesis, and I had no idea there was an arcade version until a few years later when I found it all alone inside a local 7-Eleven. Now the reason I played it at that time was because I saw the intro, which was excluded from the Genesis version, so I thought maybe this was an arcade upgraded version of the one from the Genesis. I wasn't really sure, but in reality it was just the arcade version. As I started playing it, I immediately noticed the small subtle graphical improvement over the Genesis port. Now, I don't know about you, but I love to see the differences and comparisons on games across platforms and arcade ports. Now, the game was a great sequel to Ghosts and Goblins. It introduced a few cool features not seen in the original. First was the ability to throw projectiles up and down, which opened up a new way to play and ways that the levels were laid out as well. And second was the ability to upgrade your armor. Now in Ghosts and Goblins, it allowed you to regain your armor after being hit, but this one went one step further, and it would let you upgrade your existing armor if you still had it on, to a magical one if picked up. Now by doing this, it will let you upgrade your weapon as well, which if you held down the attack button for a few seconds, you can actually let out a powerful burst that was a little bit different with each weapon. Just don't pick up the axe. Oh god, that thing is horrible, horrible. And as the popular AVGN once said, get the knife. Trust me, it'll make things easier. And talking about easy, this game is not as difficult as the first Ghosts and Goblins, but it ain't a pushover either. I mean, the levels are varied and very colorful with lots of details for that time. The fire stage was always one of my favorites, but the second part of the first stage was right there with it. I mean, I love seeing the trees sway and move with the wind and the rain. I mean, even after all these years, there's just some things you just never get tired of seeing. But the arcade doesn't really have any extra stages or bonus stages. Genesis version got all the stages down packed. Other than the graphical differences, I mean, gameplay was identical, and that's a good thing. Now, the bosses were also pretty cool. They were great. First time I saw the first stage boss holding his head as he charged at you, I mean, I knew this game was going to have some crazy end bosses. And this game did not disappoint. Overgrown worms, evil clouds, fire dog. This game has some great boss designs. The entire franchise has always had that appeal to it. And let's not forget the awesome music. The stage 1 music just got you all set for that great soundtrack. I mean, this version here is still one of my favorite soundtracks from the 16-bit era, easily. I mean, let's check out some of the tunes. Awesome, just awesome. So, there we have it, the classic Ghouls and Ghosts, one of the great arcade titles of the late 80s. Now this game here has Halloween written all over it. If you haven't played it, and if you have played it before, doesn't hurt to pick it up and play it again. It's always fun, never gets tired, never gets boring. And Arthur here has always been one of my favorite video game characters, which kind of makes me wonder, why is he not in Smash Brothers yet? Weird. Everybody else is. Anyway, hope you liked this quick recap. Join me here tomorrow, where I'm going to be talking about a somewhat unknown NES title that gained popularity over time. Until then, adopt a werewolf at your local pet shelter. They can be fun.